Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Aisha Atika binti Mat Saleh. Today, my group and I will present about the country that we have chosen. So, I am the first presenter. The second presenter is Muhammad Ali Rizwan. The third presenter is Muhammad Shafiq. The fourth presenter is Muhammad Shahid Irfan. The fifth presenter is Muhammad Haikal, and the last presenter is Alif Haikal. Sweden history and background. Sweden, country located on the Scandinavian peninsula in northern Europe. The name Sweden was derived from Svea or Swevans, a people mentioned as early as 98 CE by the Roman author Tacitus. Stockholm has been the permanent capital since 1523. Sweden occupies the greater part of the Scandinavian peninsula, which it shares with Norway. The land slopes gently from the high mountains along the Norwegian frontier eastward to the Baltic Sea. Historically, Sweden rose from backwardness and poverty into a highly developed post-industrial society and advanced welfare state with a standard of living and life expectancy that rank among the highest in the world. Sweden long ago disavowed the military aggressiveness that once involved its armies deeply in Europe's centuries of dynastic warfare. It has chosen instead to play a balancing role among the world's conflicting ideological and political system. The country has a 1,000-year long continuous history as a sovereign state, but its territorial expanse changed often until 1809. Today, it's a constitutional monarchy with a well-established parliamentary democracy that dates from 1917. In the countries to come, Sweden will become a Christian kingdom in 1397. Sweden united with Denmark, Norway and Finland in the Kalmar Union led by Queen Margaret of Denmark. Sweden flag. The national flag is blue with a yellow Nordic or Scandinavian cross or a representation of Christianity that extends to the borders. The actual intersection of the cross is situated slightly left of the center. The left is where it is hoisted and the left half of the flag is called the hoist. The blue is symbolic of truth, vigilance, perseverance, loyalty and justice, while the yellow is representative of generosity. The colors of the flag are considered to have been inspired by the Swedish coat of arms, which is blue and gold. Currency. 1 Swedish krona equals to 0.49 Malaysian ringgit. GMT or UTC. Sweden is in the Central European Time Zone. Central European Standard Time (CET) is 1 hour ahead of Greenwich Mean Time (GMT +1). Sweden standardized its time in 1879, and the local time was now exactly 1 hour ahead of GMT. The country has been using the same time zone ever since. Climate. Considering its northerly geographic location at the latitude of parts of Greenland and Siberia, Sweden enjoys a favorable climate. From southwest Atlantic, low pressure winds blow in air warmed by the North Atlantic current and make the weather mild but changeable. The northern interior receives heavy snowfall for up to 8 months of the year and has severe temperatures that drop as low as 22 to 40 F, negative 30 to 40 C. The average January temperature in Haparanda at the head of the Gulf of Botnia is 10 F, negative 12 C. Sea ice covers the Gulf of Botnia from November to May. Geographical characteristic. Sweden is a country in northern Europe on the Scandinavian peninsula in forest Norway to the west, Finland to the northeast, and the Baltic Sea and Gulf of Bothnia to the south and east. Sweden has 3218 km, 2000 mi long coastline on its easiest, and the Scandinavian mountain chain Skanderna on its western border, separating it from Norway. Most of northern and western central Sweden consists of vast tracts of hilly and mountainous land called the Northern Terrain. South of the Northern Terrain lies the central Swedish lowland, which forms a broad east-west trending belt from Gothenburg to Stockholm. At 450-295 km2, 173-860 sqmi, Sweden is the largest country in Northern Europe, the 5th largest in Europe, and the 55th largest country in the world. Sweden consists of 39,960 km2 of water area, constituting around 957,000 lakes. List of international airports in Sweden. 1. Anderstorp Raceway. 2. Dala Airport. 3. Göteborg Landvetter Airport. 4. Stockholm Arlanda Airport. 5. Stockholm Bromma Airport. 6. Stockholm Skavsta Airport. 7. Scandinavian Mountains Airport. 8. Ängelholm Helsingborg Airport. 9. Umeå Airport. 10. Visby Airport. List of company airline. There are 3 categories of airline. The first one is scheduled airlines. 1. Airlink to BRA Britain's Regional Airlines. 3. The UKT flight. 4. John Air. 5. Norwegian Air Sweden. 6. Scandinavian Airlines. Charter Airlines. 1. Grafair. 2. Aerosynchro Aviation. 3. Gemlines Flight. 4. Norvair. 5. Babcock Scandinavian Air Ambulance. 6. TUI Fly Nordic. Cargo Airlines. 1. Amapola Flight. 2. North Flight. 3. US Air Sweden. Then tourist destination. First is Sarek National Park. Second, Uppsala Domkyrka. 3. Vasa Museum. 4. Orsan Bridge. 5. Gamla stan. 6. Kalmar Castle. 7. Jokkmokk Winter Market. 8. Abisko National Park. 9. Stockholm Archipelago. 10. Ice Hotel. 5 activities in Sweden. 1. Watch the sunset from the bridge. 2. Explore Sweden's most beautiful archipelago by boat. 3. Enjoy the view from the twisting tower. 4. Ski through all military mountain tunnels. 5. Cruise across Sweden. That's all from me, and I will pass the presentation to the second presenter. Thank you.
Okay, today we will talk about Norway. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Ali Zuan Roslan. My matric number is ASJ 2004 10328. Okay, back to our topic, Norway. Norway, officially known as the Kingdom of Norway, includes a large mainland, a variety of small islands, and other territories. Located in Europe, Norway lies on the Scandinavian peninsula and surrounded by 3 seas to the west, and shares the most of its eastern border with Sweden. The northern section of Norway experiences cold winters and weeks of continuous darkness, along with weeks of continuous sun in the summer. By the 8th century, There were 30 states of this mainland. In the 9th to 11th centuries, Viking warriors set out from the Scandinavian countries to raid Europe and expand their territories. In 872, Harald Fairhair was the first ruler to unite most of western Norway. Denmark and Sweden invaded Norway during the rule of Harald Fairhair descendant. Denmark ruled Norway for the next century. In 1319, control of Norway was passed to Sweden. Lastly, in 1397, Denmark, Norway and Sweden were united as the Union of Kalmar by the Queen Margaret. In the late 14th century, Sweden broke away from the Union in 1523, but Denmark ruled Norway until 1814. During part of the 19th century, Norway went back under Swedish control. Norway became independent country in 1905. Okay, the next topic is about the flag. The flag of Norway is known as Bokmål, Norway's flag, Norris, and Norse flags. It is red with an indigo blue Scandinavian cross fimbriated in white that extends to edge of the flag. Okay, the symbols, the Nordic cross represent Christianity, which is the main religion in whole region of Norway. The white and red colors represent the union that Norway had with Denmark. The blue colors makes up the cross represent Norway's union with Sweden before they gained autonomy, a symbolism that expressed their love for peace and amicable relation with each other. The combination of these colors was something they borrowed from the French, where the color represent liberty. Okay, the next topic is about Norway currency. Norway currency is known as Norwegian krone. The krone is the currency of Norway and its dependent territories. It is subdivided into 100 ore, which have existed only electronically since 2012. The name translates into English as crown. During the COVID-19, the note have fell heavily, making 1 USD cost 12 NOK. On 15 March 2020, while in Malaysia, 1 million ringgit MYR equal to 2.12 crore. Okay, for the GMT or Greenwich Mean Time, Norway time is in the Central European time zone, which is Central European Standard Time is 1 hour ahead of Greenwich Mean Time. In Norway, the standard time is the Central European Time, UTC plus 01. Norway observes summer Sometimes daylight saving time. The transaction date are the same as for others European countries, which in Malaysia, why in Malaysia, it is 8 hours ahead of Greenwich Mean Time. This means Malaysia is 7 hours ahead of Norway. For example, now is 18 p.m. in Malaysia while in Norway is 4 p.m. Okay, for the climate, Norway owes its warmer climate to Norwegian current, which carries 4 million tons of tropical water per second into surrounding seas. The mean annual temperature of the west coast is 45 degrees and others above average for the latitude. Norway has 4 seasons, which is summer, late spring, autumn, and winter. Okay, for the next topic is Norway geographical characteristic. The geographic division of Norway is defined by dominant features of landscape, a very long and incredibly large coastline. Norway is most characteristic feature. Eastern valleys are characterized by endless valleys, large lakes, dense pine forests, and in the eastern and southern corners, relatively flat lowland. Northern Norway is the vast verified area from Trøndelag to the Russia-Finnish border. Okay, so for the Norway airport and airline, I choose 4 of airport that Norway has. The first is Oslo Airport in Gardermoen. The second is Sandefjord Airport. The third is Trondheim Airport. And the lastly, Bord Airport. For the airlines, Norway, I picked these 3 air shuttle or airlines. The first is Norwegian Air Shuttle, Scandinavian Airlines, and White Rose Fly Vesselscape. Okay, for the Norway attraction, places, and activities, actually there are a lot of places that you can visit in Norway, but I will tell about 10 places that are interesting in Norway. The first is Sognefjord. It is the largest of Norway fjords, and it has many activities that are really interesting that you can provide. The second is Pukit Rock. The third is Brighton Hanseatic Wharf. The third is Acacia's Fortress by Big Dove Peninsula, Tromsø, the Loften Island, Viking Ship Museum, Brighton Hanseatic Wharf at Virgin, Lillehammer, which is located at Lake Mjøsa, Acacia's Fortress in Oslo, Tromsø Arctic Museum, and lastly, for the activities, you can ski in the Legend Alps, marvel at the Vashland Sculpture Park, and explore Mount of Flame. And lastly, visit the Arctic Circle that are very beautiful, that are famous with aurora. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Syafiq bin Muhammad Izam. My ID number is ASJ 2004-10329. Now I want to present about country, Greece. Okay, first is history and background. Greece. Greece is a country in southern Europe with thousands of islands throughout the Aegean and Ionian seas. Influential in ancient time, is often called the cradle of Western civilization. The history of Greece encompasses the history of the theory of the modern nation-state of Greece, as well as that of the Greek people and the areas they inhabit and roots historical. The scope of Greek habitation and roots have thrived throughout the age, and as a result, the history of Greece is similarly elastic in what is included. Next is Greece flag. The flag of Greece is blue and white and was officially adopted on December 22, 1978. The white cross symbolizes Greek Orthodoxy, the established religion of Greece. The ratio of its height to its wind is 2:3. The blue and white colors represent the sea surrounding Greece with a blue water and white with Greece. Okay, currency. The drama was Greece's national currency from 1833 to 1 January 2002, when Euro banknotes and coins were put into circulation in Greece. At the same time, as in the other Euro areas country. Information about money in Greece and the Greek island. It is important to always have someone cash money when traveling to Greece and the Greek island. GMT or UTC. Greece is in the Eastern European time zone, GMT +3. Daily saving time 2021 summertime. GMT summer, winter time Greece date. Offset to GMT UTC. Daylight saving time DST. Free Greece online analog HTML clock and time conversion 2021 dates. The period when the clocks are 1 hour ahead is called daily time. Climate of Greece. The country is almost sunny throughout the year. The northern part of the century of the country can be very cold during winter. Even receiving snow is somewhat areas. No matter what time of year you are planning to travel to the Mediterranean country of Greece, you are sure to find unique celebration, plenty of outdoor activities, and some great tourist destinations to visit. Winter, Greece has 4 climate: winter, summer, spring, and fall. Next is Greece geographical characteristics. Greece is peninsular and mountainous country located in southern Eastern Europe, in the Balkans Peninsula, and has a land area of 128,900 km². The country has the largest coastline in Europe due to its numerous islands. Next is Greece International Airport. Athens International Airport, Eleftheris Venizelos, It is the largest international airport in Greece. It began operation on 28 March 2001 in time for the 2004 Summer Olympic and is the main base on Aegean Airlines. Next is list of airlines in Greece. Aegean Airlines has continued its expansion and secured its position as Europe's best regional airlines for 8 years in a row. Second is Bluebird Airways. Bluebird Airways is a Greek airline company established on 2008 with a rapid growth and superior customer service. Third is Airline. The new airlines was established on 19 February 2013 and this is first flight operation in February 2014. There is some Greece tourist destination. Acropolis Museum, Athens, Santorini, Mykonos, Delphi, Corfu, Meteora Monasteries, Hodestown, Zakynthos, Samaria, Gorge. This is Greece activities has 5. First is Santorini road trip. Second, Athens Scenic bike tour. Next, California trip Queen Bee. After that, Harriers, Hydra Horse, and lastly, Catamaran day cruise around Nazas and small Cyclades.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Syahid Ifan bin Syaimi and I'm going to explain about the Italy. The history of the Italy. Italy is a country of South Central Europe occupying a peninsula that just dips into the Mediterranean Sea. Italy comprises some of the varied and scenic landscape on Earth and is often described as a country shaped like a bird. Town and cities have a history of self-sufficiency, independence, and mutual mistrust. Visitors today remark on how unlike one town is from the next, on the marked differences in cuisine and dialect, and on the many divergences that make Italy seems less a single nation than a collection of culturally related points in an uncommonly pleasing setting. Across a span of more than 3,000 years, Italian history has been marked by episodes of temporary unification and long separation of intercommunal strife and failed empire. At least for more than half a century now, Italy inhabitants enjoy a high standard of living and a highly developed culture. Though its archaeological record stretches back tens of thousands of years, Italian history begins with the Etruscans, an ancient civilization that rose between the Arno and Tiber rivers. The Etruscans were supplanted in the 3rd century BCE by the Romans, who soon became the chief power in the Mediterranean world and whose empire stretched from India to Scotland by the 2nd century CE. Okay, so for the flag of Italy, the design of the Italian flag has undergone numerous changes throughout Italy history. In fact, one could say that the chronicle of the Italian represent the incredible journey in the history which eventually united the Italian people under the nation. In the late 18th century, several Italian regions adopted a three-color flag of green, white, and red. The three-color was an inspiration taken from France, which at the time had control over the areas occupied by Napoleon's army in northern Italy. The Italian tricolor was officially adopted by the Cisalpine Republic in 1798. This flag was in the shape of a square, and the tricolor were represented in vertical bands. The colors of the Italian flag derive from the French one, from which the Italian is inspired. The blue color was replaced by the green of Milan Civic Guard. Its colors can be interpreted in two different ways. One is that green symbolizes hope, while white represents faith and red signifies charity. Another interpretation pronounced green to be the symbol of the Italian landscape, white as the representation of the snow capping the mountains to the Alps, and red symbolizing the bloodshed that brought the independence of Italy as a nation. All of these symbols embody the presence of unity and nationalism among the Italian people. Back then, the Italy used the lira as their currency, and it is up to 6 December 2011. Originally, Italy's central bank pledged to redeem Italian coins and banknotes until 29 February 2012. But this was brought forward to 6 December 2011. Italian lira, or as known as code ITL. Then, the euro banknotes and coins were introduced in Italy on 1 January 2002 after a transitional period of 3 years when the euro was the official currency but only existed as the book money. The dual circulation period, when both the Italian lira and the euro had legal tender status, ended on 28 February 2002. The Banca d'Italia, National Central Bank of Italy, exchanged Italian lira banknotes and coins until 29 February 2012 euro, or its code EUR. Okay, so for the GMT, Greenwich Mean Time, or other name GMT, is the time measured on the Earth 0-degree line of longitude or meridian. This runs from the North Pole to the South Pole, passing through the Old Royal Observatory in the London suburb of Greenwich. Italy has only one time zone. Central European Time is used as standard time, while Central European Summer Time (CEST) is observed when daylight saving time is in force. Central European Standard Time is 1 hour ahead of Greenwich time. In Italy, the standard time is the Central European Time (UTC). Okay, so for the climate of Italy, Italy has a variety of climate system. The inland northern areas of Italy, for example Turin, Milan and Bologna, have a relatively cool mid-latitude version of the humid subtropical climate, Köppen climate classification, while the coastal areas of Liguria and the peninsula south of Florence generally fit the Mediterranean climate profile. Between the north and south, there can be considerable difference in temperature, above all in the winter. In some winter days, it can be -2,000 Celsius, as snowing in the Milan, while it is 8 Celsius in Rome and 20 Celsius in Palermo. Temperature differences are less extreme in the summer. So for the geographical characteristic, Italy is located in southern Europe and comprises the long-booted shaped Italian peninsula, the southern side of the Alps, the large plain of the Po Valley, and some islands including Sicily and Sardinia. Corsica, although belonging to the Italian geographical region, has been a part of France since 1799. Italy is a part of the northern hemisphere. Two of the Pelagian islands, Lampedusa and Lampione, are located in the African continent. Its total area is 301,340 kilometer of almost 40 of the Italian territory is mountainous, with the Alps as the northern boundary and the Apennine Mountains mountain forming the backbone of the peninsula, extending for 1,350 kilometers. Worldwide known mountains in Italy are Monte Cervino, Monte Rosa, Gran Paradiso in the West Alps, and Bernina, Stelvio, and Dolomites along the eastern side of the Alps. Italy is a boot-shaped peninsula that just out of southern Europe into the Adriatic Sea. The sea surrounds Italy, and mountains crisscross the interior, dividing it into regions. The Alps cut across the top of the country and are streaked with long, thin glacial lakes. West of the Apennines are wooded hills that are home to many of Italy's historic cities, including Rome. In the south are hot, dry coastlands and fertile plains where olive, almonds, and figs are grown. Italy airport has many airports, and one of the airport is Malpensa Airport, Marco Polo Airport, Milan Linate Airport, and Bergamo Airport. They also have the airlines, which is Air Dolomiti SPA, Air One SPA, Alitalia Società Aerea Italiana SPA. Italy also have many of the attractions, and one of these is that among the famous tourists that they like is Colosseum, Florence, Duomo Santa Maria del Fiore, Grand Canal in Venice, Pompeii, and Mountain Vesuvius, Leaning Tower of Pisa. Also, there are many activities that can be done, and one of these is hike the Cinque Terre, glide through Venice in the gondola, and lastly is tower Tuscan Hills town using the bicycle or cars.
Assalamualaikum. To my lecture, Sir Rushizat bin Rosli. My name is Muhammad Aika bin Muhammad Al-Kifli. And then I want to presenting about Spain. The history of Spain. The history of Spain dates back to the antiquity when the pre-Roman peoples of the Mediterranean coast of the Iberian Peninsula made contact with the Greeks and Phoenicians, and the first writing system known as Paleozypanic scripts were developed. Habsburg Spain unified a number of disparate predecessor kingdoms. Its modern form, a constitutional monarchy, was introduced in 1813, and the current democratic constitution dates to 1978. Flag of Spain. The Spanish flag has undergone various changes over its history. The red and yellow flag we know today, often referred to in Spanish as the Regia Alda, was originally designed after the flag of the Spanish Merchant and War Marines during the reign of Charles III. Although it was until 1843, under the reign of Isabella II, that it became the nation's sole flag. Until that point, the various regiments used different flags and insignias. Currency of Spain. Peseta, former monetary unit of Spain. The peseta ceased to be legal tender in 2002 when the euro, the monetary unit of the European Union, was adopted as the country's sole monetary unit. Greenwich Mean Time. Spain has two time zones and observes daylight saving time. Spain used Greenwich Mean Time UTC-0 before the Second World War, except for the Canary Islands, which used GMT-1 before this date. However, the time zone was changed to Central European Time in 1940 and has remained so since then, meaning that Spain does not use its natural time zone under the coordinated time zone system. Some observers believe that this time zone shift plays a role in the country's relatively unusual daily schedule, late means, and time. Okay, climate. There are three different climate zones in Spain due to its larger size. Visitors can generally expect a Mediterranean climate characterized by hot, dry summers and mild, rainy winters. The vast central plateau or meseta has a more continental influenced climate with hot, dry summers and cool winter. Rain generally falls mostly in spring and autumn. The mountains surrounding the plateau have a highest rainfall and often experience heavy snowfalls in winter. Geographical characteristic. Official name Kingdom of Spain. Form of government parliamentary monarchy, capital Madrid. And official language Castilian, Spanish, Basque, Catalan, and Galician. that money Spain euro, major mountain ranges, Freenis, Sierra de Guadarrama, Sierra de Gredos, Sierra Nevada, major rivers Guadalquivir, Ebro, Duero, Minho, Tajo, and Guadiana. List of international airport. In Spain, many international airport, but I choose which three. This three is Madrid Barajas Airport, Josep Tarradellas Barcelona El Prat Airport, Malaga Costa del Sol Airport. List of company airline. In Spain, have many company airline, but I choose three. These three is Air Europa Express, Binter Canarias, and Air Nostrum. 10 tourist destination. Number 1, the Alhambra and General Life Gardens, Granada. Barcelona's Sagrada Familia and Gaudi site. Santiago Bernabeu Stadium in Madrid. The Great Mosque of Cordoba. The Prado and Paseo del Artes, Madrid. Sevilla Cathedral and Alcazar. Guggenheim Museum, Bilbao. Costa del Sol Beaches, Camp Nou, Barcelona. Santiago de Compostela Cathedral. And the last, 5 activities in Spain. Activities in Spain is eat tapas, conquer the Caminito del Rey hike, take a flamenco lesson or see it live, hike the Picos de Europa, and sky in Spain. Okay, all finished to me. Thank you.
Hello, Assalamualaikum, and a very good evening to our Sir Muhammad Rushizat, or we call Sir Jad. Okay, my name is Alif Haikal Rizal. I'm from Diploma in Tourism and Management 8101 Batch 2. Okay, so today I want to explain about the country that I have choose. So the country that I will choose is Portugal. Okay, the history and the background of Portugal. Portugal is the oldest nation state on the Iberian Peninsula and one of the oldest in Europe. Its territory having been continuously settled, invaded and fought over since prehistoric times. It was inhabited by pre-Celtic and Celtic peoples, visited by Phoenicians and Carthaginians, ancient Greeks, and ruled by the Romans, who were followed by the invasions of the Suebi and Visigothic Germanic peoples. After Muslim conquest the Iberian Peninsula, much of its territory was part of Al-Andalus. Portugal as a country was established during the early Christian Reconquista. Founded in 868, the country of Portugal gained prominence after the Battle of São Mamadi on 1128. The Kingdom of Portugal was later proclaimed following the Battle of Ourique on 1139, and independence from Leon was recognized by the Treaty of Zamora on 1143. So the Portugal flag is red and green. The Portuguese coat of arms is pictured where the two colors meet. The green symbolizes hope for the future, the red symbolizes the blood of nation. The Portuguese coat of arms has a white shield. It's containing 5 small blue shields with white dots within a red shield with 7 small yellow castles, surrounded by yellow straps. The five blue small shields represent the 5 Moorish kings who were defeated by the first king of Portugal. So the currency of Portugal, €1 equals to 5 ringgit and 93 cent, Malaysia. Okay, so for the time zone at there, Portugal has 2 time zones and observes daylight saving time. Continental Portugal and Madeira use UTC 0000, while the Azores use UTC 0100. Daylight saving time, locally known as Hora de Verão, meaning last Sunday in October. So that every year, Continental Portugal and Madeira will temporarily use UTC 0100 and the Azores temporarily use UTC 00.00. The climate of Portugal's climate is influenced by both its position at the southwestern tip of Europe and its proximity to the Atlantic and Mediterranean. This leads to what many would consider as an ideal climate, neither too hot nor too cold throughout the year. The average temperature in the north is approximately 15 Celsius, which is 55 Fahrenheit. Whilst in the south it is warmer, 18 Celsius, within 64 Fahrenheit. There is also higher rainfall in the northwest with the least in the southeast. Portugal is defined as having a Mediterranean climate as a whole, but there is some variation between regions. In general, this means warm to hot, dry summers, and mild to cool, wet winters. However, the latter only partly applies to Portugal, with an average of 2500 to 3200 hours of sunshine a year. The Algarve gets the most sunshine in Europe. So the geographical characteristic. Portugal is a coastal nation in southwestern Europe, located at the western end of the Iberian Peninsula, bordering Spain on its northern and eastern frontiers. A total of 1,214 kilometers within 744 miles. The Portuguese territory also includes a series of archipelagos in the Atlantic Ocean, the Azores and Madeira, which are strategic islands along the North Atlantic. The extreme south is not too far from the Strait of Gibraltar, leading to the Mediterranean Sea. In total, the country occupies an area of 92,090 square kilometers, within 35,560 square millimeters, of which 91,417 square kilometers is land and 622 square kilometers is water. So the list of international airport in Portugal. First is Lisbon International Airport, second is Beja International Airport, and Francisco Camero Airport, fourth Santa Maria Airport, 5 largest AB Airport, 6 Faro International Airport, 7 Aeroporto do Montijo Airport, 8 Cristiano Ronaldo Airport, and 9 Tayas International Airport, 10 Braga International Airport, 11 Villarreal International Airport, 12 Bragança International Airport, and 13 Diogo Jogo Paulo International Airport. So we go to the next slide. The list of airline company. So the first airline company in the Portugal is TAP Portuguela Airlines. Okay, the second is Portuguela Airlines, Transportes Aéreos de Cabo Verde San Andrés. The fourth, Linhas Diarias de Pangola. The fifth, SATA Azores Airlines. Sixth, TAP Air Portugal, and seventh, Stereo Airlines. So, in Portugal, there are 10 tourist destinations, which is Lisbon. The first is Lisbon, second Santra, third Oporto, fourth Évora, fifth Metola, sixth Parque Natural da Ria Famosa, and seven Parque Natural da Serra da Estrela, eight Parque Nacional da Peneda Gerês, and 8 is Lagos, and 9 is Azores. Okay, you can see the picture of the place. Okay, then we go to the 5 activities in Portugal. First activity you can do is Madeira dolphin and whale watching on a luxurious catamaran, which is you can go on the sea and watch the dolphin besides you. Okay, for the second one is Madeira Northwest Coast Safari from Funchal. Okay, this place is on the mountain, so you can see the beautiful view from the top of the mountain. Okay, the third one is Skywalk Porto Moniz Volcanic Poles. So this is the poles under the mountain. So there is the beautiful view there. Okay, so the fourth one is VIP Dolphins Luxury Whale Watching. So you can go row the boat and watch the dolphin swimming besides you. And then the last one is sunrise transfer to Pico do Arreiro and hike to Pico Revo. Sorry. Okay. You can see the beautiful sunset. You can see the beautiful view from the roadside. Okay. Actually, the road is on the top of the mountain, so you can see the beautiful view up there. Okay, so that's all from me. Okay, if there any lack of my presentation, I apologize. So thank you. Assalamualaikum.